Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 10 best cast iron skillets that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research. I have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the Lodge 12 inches cast iron skillet. Lodge is a family-owned business in Tennessee that has been in operation since 1896. The Chef Collection skillet is a relatively recent introduction. This 12-inch skillet is about 2 pounds lighter than the traditional Lodge cast iron pans, and therefore easier to maneuver. But when it comes to cooking, it's no slouch. In our tests, cornbread fell right out when the pan was turned upside down, steak cooked with a nice sear, and even scrambled eggs lifted right off the surface. As the Chef's skillet isn't as deep as the original design, it holds in less steam as it browns, giving crustier results. However, it also leaves less room for oil when you're making fried chicken. As the skillet is rounded at the edge where the sides meet the bottom, it's easy to flip pancakes or stir beef and broccoli. Moving on at number 9, we have the Staub 1,223,006 Staub cast iron fry pan. If you want the heat retention properties of cast iron without the maintenance, the Enameled Staub cast iron 12-inch fry pan is our top choice. This should come as no surprise as Staub's Dutch oven is another reviewed favorite. On the exterior of the fry pan, the enamel finish comes in a choice of 6 shades. The interior has a matte black enamel surface that is somewhat stick-resistant, but will never substitute for a traditional non-stick coating. It's not necessarily easier to scrub either the inside or the outside clean, but you don't have to worry about rusting and can even toss the Staub in the dishwasher. This skillet is on the lighter side for cast iron and has particularly well-defined pour spouts that make it easy to pour out drippings. Made in France, it comes with an astronomical price tag in comparison to most traditional cast iron skillets. At number 8, we have the Lodge Classic Cast Iron Skillet. Close your eyes and envision a vintage cast iron skillet and you'll probably see the Lodge Classic. Like other Lodge skillets, it's made in South Pittsburgh 10. However, it's more reasonably priced and is widely available. This Lodge skillet has a wide bottom diameter and it's deep, so it provides lots of room for browning burgers or for frying a big batch of spuds. Oil won't bubble over when you add battered chicken pieces to the pan, and the skillet's pour spouts make it easy to drain all that oil without dribbling. The generously sized helper handle provides a good grasp even when you're using a bulky oven mitt or pot holder. At number 7, we have the Lodge Cast Iron Blacklock Skillet. Although the Blacklock 39 is a bit pricier than most Lodge cast iron pans, it's less expensive than the new generation of artisanal cast iron pans or many stainless steel skillets. Weighing in at about 6 pounds, it's the lightest of all the skillets we tested, and we found it the most comfortable to work with. Lodge pre-seasoned it with 3 layers in the factory, so it has a smooth finish out of the box and will be that much closer to developing a patina, the natural non-stick coating that forms. We found it easy to flip over fried eggs and serve a mess of scrambled eggs. At close to 2 inches deep, this skillet easily holds enough oil for deep frying a chicken. At number 6, we have the Aisha Curry Cast Iron Skillet. While enameled cast iron looks terrific with its colorful exterior and is easier to care for than unfinished cast iron, it's generally exorbitantly priced. But not the Aisha Curry Cast Iron Skillet. It's extraordinarily affordable. If you're looking for an enameled pan but don't want to spend a lot of money, this is our top pick. At about 8.5 pounds, this is one heavy piece of cookware, but it's also impressively large and has the widest diameter across the bottom of all the skillets we tested, which means you can brown off more pieces of beef stew meat at once. At number 5, we have the Victoria 12-inch cast iron. Like the Amazon Basics, the Victoria skillet is rough around the edges, literally and figuratively. However, it did an excellent job at every cooking task, turning out a well-seared steak, easily holding enough oil to cook a whole chicken, and releasing eggs as if it had a Teflon finish. It's a wide and deep pan, which is easy for simmering a one-dish dinner. But its long handle makes it a little tricky to place in the oven. Plus, we found that pour spouts are prone to some dribbling. At number 4, we have the Utopia Kitchen Pre-Seasoned Cast-Iron Skillet. The Utopia Kitchen Pre-Seasoned Cast-Iron Skillet is another basic black skillet that comes from China and is very reasonably priced. After unpacking it, you'll notice immediately that the finish feels quite rough. Wide and deep, it can easily fry up a whole cut-up chicken at once. In spite of its coarse surface, the pan developed a slick surface at the end of our testing, so that fried eggs slid right out. As its pour spouts are sloped and shallow, they make it difficult to neatly pour out gravy. At number 3, we have the Staub 11-inch traditional skillet. Although the Staub 11-inch traditional skillet is produced in France, it has the straight sides that give it the look of a classic American cast-iron skillet. Inside it has a black matte enamel interior, and on the outside, a shiny, colorful enamel finish, which is dishwasher safe. This Staub weighs just over 6 pounds, so it's relatively easy to work with. However, that may be in part because it's an inch smaller than the other skillets we tested. The smaller interior surface also means you won't be able to fry all of your cutlets at once. At number 2, we have the Our Place Cast Iron Always Pan. For fans of the cult favorite Always Pan, this enameled cast iron pan delivers the familiar Our Place aesthetic with its unique colors. This pan offers an appealing promise of no seasoning required, as long as it's been properly hand-washed and dried after each use. It also comes with useful and matching hot grips to protect your hands from extreme heat during use. During testing, it excelled in browning steaks, baking cornbread, and frying chicken. But scrambling and frying eggs was more of a challenge, as they got pretty stuck onto the pan and made flipping and cleaning difficult. It also doesn't feature pour spouts, so draining oil or sauce isn't easy. And finally, at number 1, we have the Creuset Enameled Cast Iron Signature Iron Handle Skillet. You've gotta love the signature design of the aptly named Creuset Signature Skillet. This enameled cast iron model comes in your choice of 16 colors on the outside, with matte black enamel on the inside. It's a beauty for items like a Dutch baby pancake or a frittata that you want to serve right from the pan at the table. Because of its enamel finishes, you can clean this skillet in the dishwasher, but the cooking surface won't build up a non-stick patina. As it's shallow, the Creuset isn't ideal for deep frying. If you add too much oil, you risk having it bubble over when you add your battered chicken pieces. This French-made pan is pricey, but comes with the brand's great reputation and in its collectible colors. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.